Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Dad's Turn to Talk. My name is Bob, and we've got a fun one for you today. As post-Valentine's Day, we are going to be talking about the perfect date movie. Well, maybe the second perfect date movie in Josh's mind. We're going to be talking about The Princess Bride. I am looking forward to talking about this one. Now, we are short a dad tonight, but that is okay because we have a pinch hitter, our honorary dad, with us tonight.
You play ball like a girl!
That's right. We have Lily back with us again tonight. How are you doing tonight, Lily?
Hey, you guys, thank you so much for having me on tonight. I know that I can't replace Derek. There's no way I can replace him ever.
Oh, yes, you can. Easily.
But I'm so glad to be here. And The Princess Bride, oh my gosh, yes, the second best romantic movie ever. I agree.
Second only to my best friend's wedding, right, Josh?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
God, I made a mistake. Okay, it is the number one rom-com of all time. There you go. For guys.
All right. Well, no, it's great to have you again here, Lily. We always love it when you're on the show. And I want to go ahead and introduce my co-host tonight. Josh, how are you doing tonight?
Boo!
That was funny. I just watched her earlier today. That was good. There's another scene that was all mentioned when we were discussing it, but I'm doing great. Had a nice long weekend. Yesterday was a very nice day, and I'll tell both of you why. It was the first time I've spent my 3 months at my new job, and I was able to get paid and not have to work.
Well, there you go.
So that was nice.
You got paid for a day off. So
Yeah.
I took a nice nap. I had a power nap in the late afternoon. I took the movie Goat, which was very good. And it was an awesome day. And then Charlie had a friend spend the night.
Well, there we go. Sounds like a great day.
Yeah, my weekend was not that fun. There was a big tragedy that happened on Sunday, and I still can't move past it. So,
Oh, God.
You said on Sunday?
yeah.
Oh, come on.
What happened?
You're not watching A Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
Oh, I heard about it. You know what? Trey did tell me there was a death. There was a major death.
Yes. That one was rough. Oh,
I heard there was a major death.
This
is not with Lily when it happened. I was like,
It is like, I think it's so cruel that they gave us that episode right after Valentine's Day.
Was it worse than the Red Wedding?
Like, oh my gosh. I mean, in a totally different way.
Yes, it's different. Look, this has got to be some of the best Game of Thrones that we've had since Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I had just gotten home from having like a little party with all of my friends, and I was all super happy. I got home and I was like, all right, let's get this show on the road. And I finished the episode like sobbing for all 30 minutes. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was a rough one, but not rough because of like Red Wedding rough. It was just rough because you are so invested in these characters and they are so well written. And that one was rough.
Yeah, because it was such a good character. It wasn't just somebody who was like a badass. It was just a genuine good person who did the right thing. And you're like, why?
That's what happens to everybody in Game of Thrones that does the right thing. They always end up.
Yep.
So.
It's a good show. I think you should.
Yeah, it's worth watching, Josh. Check it out.
No, I am.
It really is.
I am going to actually watch it.
Yeah, we won't say more than that so that you can be surprised.
You know what happened, Lily? I think you had known this. My wife had lost her mother this past year. And at that very first episode, it's very hard for her to watch things like that now. And so that even that first episode with the casket, she was like, turn it off. So that's all we got. So, and I understand what happened after that. So I just need to go and watch it, which I will.
Yeah, he got like 2 minutes into it, I said, Josh, if you get past those first 2 minutes, it's a completely different show after that.
Yeah. She's
Yeah, it's
really
worth watching.
The whole like aspect. She wants more light and fluffy, as she would say it. So we are watching Cross though. So
that's not light and fluffy.
No, it's not. And we did not want to watch it last night. So I was like, okay, let me know if you still are up for it because I want to get through it.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think this would probably, I mean, the tone of the show kind of changes, definitely, but no, like the main character is dealing with grief. So, yeah, I don't think that's like something she would necessarily want to be watching right now.
No,
for sure.
No, we're not going to.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth watching, though, Josh. If you get a chance to watch it on your own, watch it.
I think I'm going to start it, so.
All right. Well, we want to welcome everybody that's in the chat. We do see you, Meister, and everybody else that'll be joining us tonight. We also want to encourage everyone to not to forget to hit that like button, share the stream, comment in the chat. We want to hear your thoughts. And if you're watching the replay later, we will timestamp everything. So if you wanted to jump to something specific, but be like the people that are watching live, just watch the full show and let's have a good time with it. That being said, let's go ahead and let's jump into some news. All right. We actually got hit with quite a bit of news today. So let's go ahead and let's start with Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. So that released earlier today. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Now, we're not actually going to watch the trailer, but I know all three of us did see it.
It's back, baby!
All right. So the trailer released earlier this morning. I did see it, and then my phone was flooded with messages from Josh going, Star Wars is back, baby! Woo! And and of course my X feed was flooded with people that either loved or hated the trailer. And I got to admit, I wasn't wowed per se, but I didn't think this trailer sucked. This was much better than the last trailer and the Super Bowl spot. I want to go ahead and get into everybody's thoughts on this trailer. Lily, what did you think?
I hate it.
What? Oh my gosh, John. Oh, there's Dixie. I was
skip tonight instead of the 100th show.
I was hoping that Dixie would be here for the Star Wars news.
Absolutely.
Well, to Josh's surprise, I actually didn't hate this. I love the Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm sorry, I will always have a soft spot for them, you guys. Like, I know that Disney and Star Wars is in a state of disarray and we don't have a lot of hope, but you know what? I love this show when it first came out, and I love Grogu and I love Mando and I love their connection. So I'm going to be watching this, okay? I definitely am. Woo-hoo! And thanks, Dixie. Watch, he's going to roast me after I said that I liked Mando and Grogu.
Yeah, he's not going to talk to you again.
Yeah, he's not going to talk to me anymore. He's going to be like, get her out of here. But yeah, no. And then I have a little bit of history with it too. Like my little nephew and I bonded over the TV show.
I remember.
He loves Mando. Mando's like his hero. So I'm gonna definitely take him to go watch this, and the whole family is gonna actually go watch it too. Like we all got into this TV show. Every single week that it would come out, the whole family would actually get together to watch it. So yeah, Disney, you really messed up with like kind of putting this TV show to the side, because this was probably the biggest money bags that they had. But no, I'm excited. It looks like a lot of fun. I know it looks like
that trailer, Lily? How good was that trailer?
It was a lot of fun. I got really happy. Like it reminded me of just being a kid, and like I
like Star Wars.
Yeah, it looks fun. It looks cute. And I'm excited to see them again. And it's close to my birthday, so it's perfect.
Well, there you go. See?
There we go.
So, yeah.
And you weren't wrong. You weren't wrong about Dixie.
I knew it.
Wow.
I am Dixie. I never said I was good. So
No longer Disney Star Wars.
But you know what? We got Beloved in the chat. We got Caveat in the chat. Of course, Dixie, Meister. We love having you all here. Great to have you all joining us tonight. Josh, what were your thoughts on the trailer? Well, I already know what your thoughts were because, again, you were flooding my phone. And of course, Derek is sending
Derek,
poop emojis and stuff.
Derek was not happy at all. He was like, what did he say? Can we there's nothing to talk about tonight for Star Wars, and I expect you to have more respect to my guest host tonight. Boyfriend garbage. Like, seriously, he hated it. I loved it, Bob. It is back. I was so happy. I knew you would be happy. It felt like Star Wars. It was so much better than that crap they gave us for the Super Bowl. I don't know why they didn't do that then. Imagine what that would have done. It could have brought a ton of people back. What was I going to say? It's going to be interesting. I love seeing Zeb from Rebels on there. And for some reason, I think we're going to get Luke Skywalker in that part with when he's talking about that he'll live on for centuries longer than me. And it showed him on the rock. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get Luke there, which will be very cool. And then we have the bounty hunter from Clone Wars, Ebnis or something. No, is that your son? No, Luke. No.
Yeah, I think that's my son in the chat.
No. Okay, Uncle Josh says no. It's gonna be good. They're not going to mess it up because it's Filoni's land now.
Okay, hold on. Because remember, this came out this is still under Kathleen Kennedy's direction here. Now, here's the thing, though. Based on what I saw from the trailer, it looks like they're getting back to basics, getting away from the stuff that they did in season 3, which we will all agree season 3 was dog water. It was not good at all. But this seems to be getting back to the basics, just having the Mandalorian and Grogu going on a little fun adventure, and Grogu being cute so they can sell toys, merchandise, all sorts of things. Anybody who thought they were going to get The Empire Strikes Back from this had way too high expectations. This seems very much in line with what the show was in season 1 and 2.
I don't know. It's just that people seem to be placing an expectation on Mando and Grogu that I don't think was ever there from the beginning anyway, because everybody thought that the tone of the show was probably going to stay like the first couple of episodes of Mando without Grogu. But now it's clear that, everybody liked them together, so they kind of changed the tone a little bit. And this isn't going to be like The Empire Strikes Back. This isn't going to be like George Lucas' tone of Star Wars. This is something completely different. So people that are just saying like, oh, this looks terrible, it looks like more of the same. And it's like, yes, because it's hitting the fans that are already the fans of The Mandalorian and Grogu. I was already a fan of Mandalorian and Grogu. So it's hitting its target audience.
You know what, Lily, if you think about it, and I've told Bob this before, when Mandalorian first came out, they talked about it almost being kind of like a space Western. And you had this character, you were like, okay, we don't really know much about him. Clone Wars kind of delved into Mandalore a little bit, the animated, not, obviously Attack of the Clones. And then, you got into the episode and all of a sudden you had Grogu. But at the time it was a baby Yoda and everyone's like, oh, wow. Like everyone got excited and were really happy about it. If you look at it, it was a great way to really introduce the Mandalorian and really enjoy him in a way that if they got rid of Grogu now, people would be okay with it.
Oh my God.
Good Lord, Dixie. This is a guy who's got a J color picture, can't put his own up. And really? Good Lord. Anyway, that's what I have to say about it. What do you think, Bob? Let's hear from you.
No, like I said, this looks like it's going to be a little fun adventure. I don't think this is going to be peak Star Wars or anything like that. Like I said, the trailer didn't wow me, but I thought it was significantly better than the first one, and I thought it was way better than the Super Bowl teaser. So I do think that it's something that could be not necessarily. I don't think this is going to be something that's going to bring the fan base back. I think Lily hit this right on the head. This is something that's going to appeal to the fan base that's already there for the Mandalorian and Grogu. If you liked season 1 and 2, I think that this is something that you're probably going to like. If you weren't a big fan of season 1 and 2, I don't think this is going to win you over. This seems like it's going to be more along those lines. And I'm hoping Jon Favreau has more of a hand in the creation of it than he did in season 3. If he does, I do think it's going to be a lot better.
Look at his success, like for first-time movies in the theater, like Iron Man, right? He always does really well. Even Mandalorian on TV was great. So I have high hopes for this because Favreau is there.
You know, Dixie, I'm curious, just because you mentioned that. If you could put in the chat, what did you think of the prequels? Do you find those insulting as well? I'm just curious because I know a lot of the people that are big fans of the OT weren't fans of the prequel trilogy and whatnot. So I'm curious what your feelings were on that as well. So
and
let us know in the chat what you thought about that as
I
well.
hated the sequel trilogy, Dixie. So if you didn't like the sequel trilogy, you and I are on the same page, and you can ask Bob about that.
Yeah,
I don't think any of us like the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, the sequel trilogy was
Yeah.
garbage. And the problem is I do think that there were some interesting ideas built off The Force Awakens, but when The Last Jedi came out, that made The Force Awakens an even worse film. Not that The Force Awakens didn't have problems. It had a lot of problems. But I do think that it was widely accepted for the most part. But when The Last Jedi came out, that just made The Force Awakens an even worse film. And so, yeah. Yeah, Dixie, I know a lot of people are in that boat as well. So, yeah.
But Bob, you talk about Force Awakens and everything. They had some good ideas. Dude, it makes no sense about like the lightsaber.
Well, yes. No, that's what I'm saying. There are problems with The Force Awakens. There are a lot of problems. You and I have discussed extensively. I'm just saying that it was widely accepted by most people. And then when The Last Jedi came out, because they didn't carry any ideas over, that just made it an even worse film. And then, of course, the Rise of Skywalker is even worse than The Last Jedi. Maybe not as disrespectful, but it is a terrible film in every way you can think of. And so you get a trilogy that's very disjointed. So hopefully this will be at least a win for Star Wars on the big screen, because God knows they need one.
They do. They really do.
Yeah, yeah, they really do.
They really do. They need to bring it back. I think this was a great start, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if they can, how it does. And as Bob always talks about, it's like how many people are coming back.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if this is going to be something to win them back.
Dixie.
Lord.
It's okay, Dixie. You're not the first one.
Oh my God.
We love you too, Dixie.
I don't love him. Wait a minute, who would love anyone named Dixie? I just don't understand that.
You know what? A lot of people I've heard are actually hoping that as well, Meister. That somehow that she ends up in it. But yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. We'll see. Maybe it does. I mean, we'll see. But we actually do have some other Gina Carano news here in just a minute. Before we do that, any other thoughts on the trailer?
I'm actually surprised that they're showing a lot of Pedro Pascal in the trailer too, that they showed him without the helmet, because that was always like a big thing and I guess that's kind of putting everybody, like telling people to shut up, because everybody was like, oh, we're not going to see Pedro. He's just doing the voice and it's just going to be like the stunt doubles. And I guess he filmed a little bit of it, like for real.
An interesting part.
Mm-hmm.
No, we have to keep this going. We have to keep this going.
Dixie.
Oh no, Dixie.
Good Lord.
All right. Anything else?
It's back. It's back. Star Wars is back. Rejoice, everyone. We've been waiting for this.
Shut up,
Josh. I don't think it's back, Josh. I think
it's you, Bob. What happened to you?
Back.
You could have a win and it be a solo win without the whole thing being back.
Yeah.
So
I
It's
disagree.
like winning a battle, but we're not winning the war.
exactly. All right,
I'm
let's
excited.
go ahead and then let's move on to the next piece of news, and this involves the Scooby-Doo live action show that they're going to be doing on Netflix, where they have cast McKenna Grace as Daphne. Now, I didn't know this, but McKenna Grace had actually voiced the character before, so this is kind of her returning to the character. She voiced the character, I believe it was in that Scooby-Doo animated film that came out a few years ago.
Which they've had a ton of animated films.
No, there was one specifically. Let me see if I can find it here real quick. In Scoob, the one that came out in 2020.
Okay.
So anyway, McKenna Grace is going to be playing Daphne. For those who don't know who McKenna Grace is, she did play in the Ghostbusters reboots as what was it? The granddaughter of Egon Spangler. So I gotta say, I kind of like this casting. If you give her the red hair, I think this actually works. What do you think, Josh?
I do too. I agree. I'm looking at the picture now. Yeah, definitely. And I was reading up on the story. Like it's almost like an origin story. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, supposedly she and Shaggy are friends, and then it has something to do with Scooby-Doo possibly being the witness to a murder or something like that. And
supernatural murder.
Yes. And that's where Velma comes in and Fred comes in. Obviously, we don't know who are playing these characters yet, but this is the first announcement for the casting as with McKenna Grace as Daphne. So you like this, Josh?
I do. I like this. What about you, Lily?
I didn't even know that they were making a TV show, so this is definitely news for me, but I did see it a little bit earlier on Twitter. And yeah, she looks like she would be good for the role.
Yeah. Like if you give her the red hair, I think this is perfect.
And she's already voiced her before, so I'm guessing
Exactly.
she's already like familiar with the characters, so that's always good too.
Hey Josh, are we interrupting you or something?
Sorry, my model wife just walked in, so I just had to say hello. I apologize. She distracts me.
Hey, look, he's got a mystery for them to solve.
Why does Josh like?
That could be an interesting mystery. But depending on who they cast, if they cast people that actually look like these characters, this could be fun.
Yeah.
If they decide that.
Wait, you said this was like Netflix, right?
Yes, this is going to Netflix. So
I anticipate at least one character isn't going to be what they're supposed to be. I'm just going to say that right now.
No, really? You think?
No, I do think that I kind of agree with that. I'm hoping that they will cast appropriately, but I have a feeling that they probably won't with somebody. My money's on Shaggy.
Yeah, my money's on Shaggy too.
Oh God, Fred.
No, the reason I say that is because with the Velma TV show or cartoon that they did series, they race swapped Shaggy, and one thing I've noticed is that once you race swap a character, it gets difficult to race swap them back to the way they were. They tend to stay in that particular whatever they race swapped them to. I've noticed that it happened with April O'Neil, with what's his name, Perry White. So you see that happen with certain characters. So we'll see. That's who my money's on if they end up switching anybody.
I think it's going to be good. I'm excited for it. I think Ralph Macchio will play Fred. That'll be awesome.
Oh God, Josh.
It's a little joke, Lily. I always tell Bob any movie that comes out that Ralph Macchio should play the lead.
Oh my gosh.
See, Lily, Josh loves to tell all the inside jokes on the show and thinks everybody's going to get them.
So Lily is one of the guys now. And, we're actually going to have you moderate tonight, Lily, as Derek.
Dixie.
You need new friends, Bob. Wow. Yeah, why doesn't he go be friends with you, Dixie?
Hey, who says I'm not?
I'm not surprised. I think Dixie is somebody we know in disguise. Just saying.
No. Dixie, you're cool. You're cool in my book.
No, he's
So,
not. Good Lord.
all right. Any other anything else about the casting of McKenna Grace?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Got one more piece of news here, and this actually involves Gina Carano, as we now have the fight set between Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. And this is going to be on Netflix, as Netflix is going to be headlining their first MMA event. This is going to be on May 16th. Apparently, Ronda Rousey, according to this article, she only would come out of retirement to fight Gina Carano. She does have a record of 12-2 with 9 submissions, 3 KOs, and Gina Carano a record of 7-1 with 1 submission and 3 KOs. Again, it'll be on May 16th. It'll be in a hexagon-shaped ring instead of the octagon, but it is going to be under MMA rules with 5-minute rounds, 5 total rounds, or 5 rounds in total. So, yeah, they're both going to be fighting as featherweights, and this news was announced today. Apparently, they're partnering with which group is it? MVP, which is Jake Paul's group, and this is going to be their first dive into MMA. So, with some of the promotions that they've had, this is shaping up that this could be something kind of fun. Lily, what do you think of this right here?
Oh my
Rousey
gosh.
versus Toronto.
I saw this today and I knew that something was up with Gina because she was like dropping little hints and she was being super like secretive. And I think she had made a comment too that she would also come out of retirement if it was Ronda Rousey that she was fighting. So when the news dropped, I was like, of course they're gonna do it. It's gonna be so cool. And I'm team Gina Carano, so I already picked my side.
You know, the thing is that both fighters, I think, are a lot more famous now than what they even were when they fought, because, of course, Gina Carano went on to do The Mandalorian. You had the whole thing where she got fired, and then the whole court cases and all of that stuff. You had Ronda Rousey, who went on to do WWE. So both of them, I think, are more famous now than what they were then. Now, they're both much older. I think I read that Ronda Rousey is 39. Gina Carano, 43. So they're both much older. But this is a fight that I know people wanted back in the day. And so it seems like now we're actually getting it. Josh, what do you think?
I am excited. I texted you about this. I think this is going to be awesome. Why do they have to not be in the octagon? Why a hexagon? Like, that makes no what? They can't get the octagon?
I don't know. Maybe it's just something that they're doing promotion-wise.
It's just, you were like, now remember, everyone, they're going to be in the hexagon, not the octagon.
No. That's what they've saying in there, that they're not fighting in the traditional octagon.
They run out of octagons, or maybe something with MMA. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. But I don't know who I want to win on this, but I am going to be watching.
Yeah.
I am excited about this. I don't know. I've seen, obviously, Ronda fight. I really haven't seen Gina Carano fight. Lily, is she a really good fighter?
Yeah, the fights that I've seen with her, she's like really, really good too. That's why they've always wanted to like fight each other and they never like got the chance to. But like this is gonna be good because Ronda was like a real badass too. Like when I was younger and like Ronda was like at her peak, everybody was talking about her. So this is gonna be like a big, big event, I feel like.
Let's see if Netflix can keep the streamers this time and not.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Second. Good
Yes!
Lord.
I hope they're prepared. That was terrible last time.
Good Lord, I'm nervous about it.
Now, to be fair, they've done more events since then, and they've actually been able to fix some of those issues, but they haven't had anything as big as that Mike Tyson match. Again, this I think is going to be really big.
I think it's.
I think a lot of people would be interested in this, especially because, again, they both hold name value. They're both more popular now than what they were then. And again, it's a fight that has been years in the making. People want to see this. Personally, I was never a big Ronda Rousey fan, not because of her time in the MMA. It was more her time in WWE. I was not a big Rousey fan then. So give me Gina Carano. I hope she takes it all away.
You're so obvious, Bob. Come on.
No, yeah, I wasn't a big Ronda Rousey fan. I know. Don't quit pretending like you were, Josh. You were always on the phone with me complaining about Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, but I'm still going to probably cheer for her. I don't know. Actually, I really don't care. I'm going to say this. I don't care who wins. I just am excited for this.
Yeah, I'm going to cheer for Gina Carano simply because.
Yeah, for Gina
again, I think she's just cool. Any interviews I've seen with her or any of that, she just seems like she's real down to earth. And yeah, I hope she takes this.
My God, May is going to be so busy.
I know.
I've got Star Wars coming back finally. We have Mortal Kombat. Good Lord, I'm going to be busy.
My birthday. Woo! I'm just kidding. Yeah, my birthday's in May too. The 29th.
Okay, we got to celebrate. You got to come on the show. And
there we go.
We will celebrate your AI picture
and talk about Mando and Grogu.
Yes,
and we've already decided that we are going to have Lily back when we talk about Project Hail Mary towards the end of March.
Exciting.
So
I'm trying to get a date night with my wife that night.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for that movie. Everything that I'm seeing, I love it so much.
So, anything else about that fight before we move on to something fun?
Obviously, there's going to be an undercard, right? Am I off?
Yeah, I'm assuming so. I doubt that's going to be the only fight for that. I can't see them just doing that. I'm trying to remember for the Tyson Jake Paul. It was what?
There was an undercard.
There was an undercard, but I don't remember how many fights there were.
There was like 3 or 4, maybe
something like that.
Yeah. There were a couple of them. I remember those were the only ones we got to watch before they got to the main event. Everything died.
Yeah, exactly.
And then everyone started joking about football because remember, football was going to debut on Netflix, and they would joke about the kickoff, and they would kick it off, and then boom, it would be scrambled and buffering and everything.
Yep. Oh, Meister mentioning she's wanting to get a copy of the book of Project Hail Mary before it comes out. Oh my
gosh, yes.
Definitely. Dixie also, so yeah.
The book is amazing, and from everything that I've seen, it looks like they're staying very, very true to the book. So I'm really happy about that. And they're promoting it heavily too, and good promotions too. Ryan's been really involved, so I'm loving everything.
They're so funny. She calls him Ryan. She's like, Ryan has been promoted. What about Austin?
Oh my gosh, Josh, I have enough love in my heart for more than one.
Hey, Lily, he made one bad movie and you kicked him to the side.
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
That's not true.
He could play. That's funny. He could play Fred.
I think my favorite Ryan Gosling movie has still got to be Crazy Stupid Love. I like that movie.
100% agree with you.
Really?
That's such a good movie.
It is so. We should watch.
I guess I'm a little crazy because I love him in Drive.
No, Drive is excellent. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, that's excellent. I don't know. I just like his chemistry with Steve Carell.
Yes.
But you know what? What bad movie does he really have though? There are so many movies that I can bring up in all genres that he's just been really good in. I didn't even like Barbie, and he was the best part of Barbie.
Well, what's funny originally though about him, Lily, is he did a lot of serious roles, and then came out Crazy Stupid Love, and he was hilarious, and people were like, "Oh my God, he's funny."
Yes, and then The Nice Guys is one of my favorite comedies of all time. He is so funny in that movie, and him and Russell Crowe are just perfect together.
The biggest problem I have with Ryan Gosling is he was a liability at cornerback for the Titans.
Oh my gosh, he was.
Oh God. I forget he was in Remember the Titans.
Yeah, he was.
And they almost lost because of him.
Yeah.
So.
Funny.
All righty. Anything else about the fight?
No, good news tonight.
Yeah.
Really
All right. Let's move on to something fun here.
Honey, did you put hubcaps on the lawnmower?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
I don't know.
All right. So we have circled back to Leave It to the Men.
Where
we're going to show you something that a man came up with that is either incredibly smart or very stupid. So, for this next one, I'm going to have to leave the sound off, but I'm going to throw on a little bit of music just to for this, but what happens when your video games don't work? What is it that you can come up with to replace the time? Well, I think these guys came up with something here. So let me get some music here. Here we go.
What?
I just got. Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Oh, this is genius.
Oh my gosh,
This
I
is
really want him
awesome.
to crash.
Look at that.
What the heck?
All right.
That's awesome.
So, what do you think? Is this a good idea or is this just stupid? Josh.
Great idea. Love it. You know how much fun that would be? I wish I was that smart to create something like that. I think it's a great idea.
Meister, yeah, I mean, the music from Spy Hunter would have been perfect on that. You remember that game? You remember that, Josh?
Which one?
You remember Spy Hunter?
No.
Yeah, Spy Hunter. It was a little game kind of like that, where the car you were having to dodge a bunch of cars and driving and catch somebody. So it was pretty cool.
And was it like on Nintendo or any of those, or was it?
I think it was in the arcade first, if I remember correctly, and then it was on Nintendo, if I remember.
Okay. Yeah. No, I never played it, and I played a lot.
What do you think, Lily? Is this smart or is this really stupid?
I think it's really smart. That looks like it's a lot of fun, actually. I would play that.
You know what? I got to admit, I'd probably play this too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and be there way too long.
Okay, so Meister cleared it up. Spy Hunter was on the Atari.
Oh, it was on the Atari.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I played any Atari.
Okay. So yeah, that was way back in the day. So, but these guys definitely came up with an alternative to the video games. So if your game system goes down and you need something to do, just do what these guys did. Just design your own game there.
Dixie, Atari came out in the 70s. I know you were already really old then, so just wanted to know what Atari was. So, all right.
All right. Anything else here?
No, it looks cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and let's jump into the next topic for the night. All right. So
on this one specifically,
Josh, shut up. So I thought about what our next topic would be, and since we're talking about The Princess Bride, which is a fantasy movie, and over on Criticlist right now, a lot of our viewers are doing their own kind of fantasy watch with fantasy movies for the month of February. I thought it might be kind of fun to piggyback off of that and let you know what those of us here on the show, what our favorite fantasy movies are. And so we're going to give you our top 5, and then we're also going to give you a couple of honorable mention as well. So in fact, we'll actually start with the honorable mention, and I'll start with you, Lily. Why don't you give me a couple of honorable mentions of some fantasy movies that you really like?
To be honest, I have just a big ol' list because I can't put them like 1 through 5 or honorable mentions or anything because I love all of these movies separately for so many reasons.
So just give us 2 right now.
Yeah, give us a couple.
I'll start with so one of my favorite fantasy movies, which is another favorite book of mine, is Life of Pi. I love that movie. I love that movie and I love that book. And I got so obsessed when I watched that movie. And then another one that I can throw out right now is Pan's Labyrinth. So that one's like completely like dark fantasy. And that's probably the movie that I saw that I got absolutely obsessed with Guillermo del Toro. Everything after he's made, I had to watch it just because he's made a lot of really good fantasy movies actually. But they're always on the little dark side. But that's what I love about Pan's Labyrinth. It kind of like creeped me out in a good way. And if you guys have seen that, like all the creatures and everything looks super cool in that movie, and just like the way he's telling the story about the little girl, and it's just great. It's just beautiful. So those are my first two.
Okay. I have not seen Pan's Labyrinth, but I'm familiar with it. I just haven't seen it. So I need to actually take the time to watch that one, because I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Why doesn't seem like a fantasy movie to him?
Caveat, there's actually, I think, a lot of movies that would fall under that, like, for example, that I wouldn't consider necessarily a fantasy movie. However, like some people do. A good example would be, say, Highlander. I actually saw a list of people who ranked their favorite fantasy movies, like the top 50 or whatever, and somebody ranked Highlander on that list, and I wouldn't really consider that a fantasy movie, like in the traditional sense. But I guess everybody's got kind of their own definitions on that one.
Yeah, this is kind of my definition of what I consider a fantasy movie. Because to me, Life of Pi, this is something that wouldn't really necessarily happen. And a lot of this, you could argue that maybe a lot of the things that didn't happen actually happened in the narrator's head, because you have to know that he's like trapped in the middle of the ocean with the tiger. And he's not a reliable narrator because he's starving, and he is also, like he doesn't have access to water and all of these things. So it's kind of like in a fantastical sense where you don't know if everything actually happened to him or not. So to me, that's fantasy. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
My list is probably typical Gen X as well. All right. So Dick, before I move on to you, Josh, Dixie's giving us his real quick. Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Conan the Barbarian, Wizard of Oz, Star Wars, because it's good enough to be on any list.
All right,
Josh, give me your two honorable mentions.
So I chose Frankenstein. Would that be considered fantasy? The new, like the one we just.
I consider that more of a monster movie, but.
Okay. Oh, it could be like a horror fantasy.
Yeah, it could probably slide into that. Like I said, if Highlander can fall on one of those lists, then Frankenstein probably could.
The other one that I did, and I know it's corny, but Masters of the Universe.
I think that's appropriate.
I think I love He-Man. I'm so excited for the new one, and come on, it's fantasy. I mean, definitely, I think it's worth. I didn't put it in the top 5, but I think it's an honorable mention.
All right. So that's Frankenstein and Masters of the Universe. Okay. So for my two honorable mentions, here's what I'm sad to say. Having them this low on this list kind of makes me sad to put them there, but it's just the ones above it I like a little bit better. So The Never-Ending Story.
Oh, gosh.
I have that one too.
Again.
So you talk about childhood. When that horse dies.
Oh, why did you have to remind me?
Why did you have to say it?
Horse, Artex? What was that?
I hate that scene. I hate that scene.
Oh, gosh. But he's sitting there pulling on the horse. Oh, my God. But there's horrible. So much stuff in it that's really cool. Like that one scene where he's got to run between the statues and they're shooting the lasers down at him. Or when you see the boy who's reading the book flying on Falcor at the end of it, I mean, there's so much in that movie that's a lot of fun. That is fantasy, like, to the T. And then it's got that great song that I'm sure you remember, Josh. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
I saw that movie at a birthday party years ago, and I've not been able to watch it. So that horse thing killed me.
But the Never-Ending Story, that's great. I mentioned the song. I remember when they played it again for Stranger Things in season 3, and I'm like, oh my God, I still remember this. I'm sitting there singing along. I'm like, oh my God, goodness. So yeah, Never-Ending Story. And then Willow. I
love Willow. That's not in your top 5. I'm surprised.
Aww.
Willow is a fun movie. Val Kilmer as Mad Mardigan is great.
Yeah.
I love him in that role. He's just such a, how shall I say? I mean, he's such a smart ass, in the movie, but I love him. I am the greatest swordsman that ever lived. And Willow doesn't want to believe him, but the moment he sees him with the sword for the first time, and he's like, you are great. I I think that's awesome. The story itself is fairly simple. Yeah, there's some places that it feels a little disjointed. That's kind of why I have it lower on the list. But at the end of the day, I think it is an extremely fun movie. So.
Guys, I see the things in the chat. This is our list and what we consider fantasy. So maybe something you consider fantasy, I wouldn't consider fantasy, and vice versa.
Well, Caveat actually points out that like Highlander has swords and mystical elements. So yeah, you could probably get away with that there. So yeah, I was thinking that maybe you could because of the immortal aspect to it and whatnot. So
yeah,
all right, Lily.
It's just. We're just having fun, okay? You don't have to make it like an official, like, no, this has to be in it or else it's fantasy and you guys are all wrong. Like, we're just having fun, okay?
Hey, at the end of the day, all I can say is this is our definitive list. Yeah, this is our list. and if you don't agree, that's fine. You can be wrong.
Yeah,
and we can be wrong too. So
yeah,
all right, Lily.
I'm sorry, but like in Life of Pi, he's like talking to the tiger and the tiger's there not eating him. And he's like, I don't know. To me, that's like a fantasy thing. So
to be fair, I did see the Life of Pi on that list that I mentioned that I saw Highlander on. So
it's not like, let us have fun. Okay. Like it's
all right, Lily, what do you got for your 5?
Anyway, so I don't have 5. I have like 10.
All right, let us know what they are.
I wasn't able to. And these are like in no particular order at all. So I'm just going to actually get rid of some of the franchises that I did include in here because those are just a given. So Star Wars and Harry Potter. Those are my two some of my 2 biggest franchises ever. So, of course, Star Wars. To a lot of people, that wouldn't be considered fantasy. Some people argue that it's sci-fi too. So that's why I'm saying that it's a loose definition from what a lot of people consider something or another. So that's why we're just having fun. So relax.
To be fair, on Star Wars, we Josh and I took when we took English together. That's how long ago or how far back we've known each other. When we took English in high school. They actually did a course or a lesson on archetypes, and the instructor chose Star Wars to give us that lesson because it had all the traditional archetypes that you would see in fairy tales.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would consider to me. I'd consider Star Wars sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah, it is sci-fi fantasy. Because when you actually compare like something like Star Wars to Dune, to me, Dune is a little bit more sci-fi versus fantasy. And Star Wars is actually more fantasy to me than it is sci-fi.
Agreed.
But a lot of people just see like all the stuff in Dune also, since there's a lot of mysticism in it, and they would consider that a fantasy also. So it's just kind of like what you would consider a fantasy.
But Star Wars is definitely, I agree with Dixie. I can't believe I'm saying Star Wars.
It's definitely.
Hell is frozen over. But,
definitely sci-fi. So yeah, just getting rid of the Star Wars and Harry Potter just because they're like big franchises and they have several movies in it. So I couldn't pick just like one movie. And then of course Harry Potter. I love those books. I love the journey that we go through with Harry, and those are super close to me too because unfortunately, in the books, when Harry lost his godfather that same year, my godfather had died. So when I read that book, I was like in pieces. But it kind of helped me through all of that too. So I was kind of going through all my grief along with Harry. So yeah, I love those books so
definitely
much.
A character you could relate to at that moment.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah. Those are my next 2 ones, I guess. Let me see if there's anything else I could just throw out there too. I guess Never Ending Story 2. I had it on my list, but since you already mentioned it, so we don't have to mention it again.
All right. Anything else?
No, I'll let you guys get a turn and then I'll go again.
Okay.
Are we just skipping?
No, go ahead. Just give it, the rest of the ones.
All of yours, Lily. That's how we're doing
it.
Yeah,
just
so you guys can have your turns too.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Josh, give us a couple more, and then we'll come back to Lily in a minute.
What do you want to give you, Bob? Give me your 5, a 3?
Yeah, give me your number 5 and your number 4.
Okay. My number 5, this is actually in honor of you, Bob, because yes, I was not a big fan of it, but definitely personifies fantasy, Lord of the Rings.
All right.
Oh,
definitely you got it. And they were good. Fantasy. They were good. I saw all of them with Bob. I liked them, but they're just not my favorite. They just, that's all I can say. And my number 4 is Harry Potter.
Okay.
Loved Harry Potter. There were I really was a fan. I love Prisoner of Azkaban. That's my favorite. But I thought all of them were done really well, and just that imagination of what is the author's name?
For Harry Potter?
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling.
Right. I mean, just to think about all of that, it was amazing. So those are my 5 and 4.
All right. Meister gave his their Clash of the Titans. Definitely a
That's
memorable.
really good,
fantasy.
actually, Meister.
Yes.
I would have
The Dark
actually-
Crystal, Never Ending Story, Legend, and Labyrinth, all very good choices on there.
Clash of the Titans.
And then Caveat did point out here that, yeah, Star Wars is a hero's journey exemplified. Absolutely. So, yeah. John Dixie.
Lord of the Rings at 5.
Because you put it at number 5.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because the other ones I picked are better.
Well, no, I get that. You like them more. That's your list. So, for me,
It can be wrong. It's fine.
there you go. For me, I'm gonna put The Princess Bride at number 5. I don't really want to go into it simply because we're gonna get into that here in a minute. But I got that at number 5, and at number 4, Hook. I love Hook.
I gotta give you credit. It is a
Yeah,
fantasy.
that's
That is
Yeah.
fantasy. I mean, Peter Pan. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman, Robin Williams. I mean, that movie is awesome.
Okay.
And the soundtrack to Hook, the score is amazing. That
Yeah.
scene where Rufio is handing the sword over to Peter, and then Peter crows for the first time. The music and the way that hits during that scene, that is just awesome. I love the music all throughout. Also, the music during the scene where the little kid is looking at Peter and he's trying to pull the wrinkles back, and then he tells him, "There you are, Peter." And the music again just hits awesome. So I got Hook at number 4.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yeah.
All right, Lily, give us your next few.
Just because they've already been mentioned. So I did have Legend on there as well. I love that movie. And that is one of the only times that I've ever heard anybody have a Princess Lily in there. So when I was little and I saw it, I was like, yay! The princess's name is Lily. And then I thought Tom Cruise is totally adorable in that movie too. And Tim Curry, sorry, was like super scary. I saw that when I was a little bit too little and he scared the heck out of me. So that one stayed with me for a really long time. And then another one that was already mentioned too was Labyrinth. I love Labyrinth. That was another one I saw when I was too little and I thought I was going to be taken by the goblins. But I absolutely love it now. It's one of my favorite movies forever and ever and ever. And then I'll wait for the other ones. But yeah.
All
Give us
right.
your
War Machine 300. He mentioned Stardust as a good fantasy film. I haven't seen that, but
Oh my gosh.
I just looked up the cast for this thing. Claire Danes, Charlie Cox, Michelle Pfeiffer, Henry Cavill, Ben Barnes. I mean, this thing's got a good cast.
Yeah.
Mark Strong.
That's
Robert De Niro.
actually one of the ones I was going to talk about. And that's one of my top.
beloved, like
Well, go ahead
Twilight.
and mention it since we just brought that up.
Yeah, since somebody already mentioned it too. So yeah, Stardust. I love that movie also. That's a great book. So usually I like reading the books along with the movies too. But Stardust was so good. Like if you want another like really, really good love story, that's actually a love story. That one is one of my absolute favorites. I think anything that's a little bit newer that would possibly rival The Princess Bride is probably that movie because it's
right.
so good.
So it's worth seeing because I have not seen
It's
it.
definitely worth seeing it. Oh my gosh, yes, it's such a beautiful movie. I love it so much.
All right, Beloved. She was asking if she can slip Twilight in there because I remember Beloved. You saying how much you enjoyed the books. Yes, you can slip that in there, and then caveat. Well, yeah, you could like Josh less if he said he didn't like him. So he's defending you, Josh.
Good Lord.
He is defending you. All right, Josh, give me your next couple.
Bob, do you want me to give you my last 3 or 2? What do you want to
Give
do?
us the last 2, and then we'll get back to Lily for the rest of hers.
So my number 3 is Wizard of Oz.
Good choice.
It's a good one.
I think that you can't get much. I mean, Munchkin Land and the Wicked Witch of the West and everything. So I agree with that. And then number 2, I'm shocked at all of you. Princess Bride is my number 2 because.
Oh no, I have it there too.
Okay, good. So that's me, and we'll discuss more in a few minutes. So yeah, that's my number 2.
Yeah, for me, it's not. I mean, I just got it in my top 5. It's just that the ones that I got above it, I just tend to like a little bit better. So, for my number 3, I've got the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I think that first film is really, really good. I wasn't as big a fan of Prince Caspian, even though I did like that one, and even less so of the Voyage of the Dawn Treader. I wasn't a big fan of those two, but The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, I really, really liked that movie. So I've got that one up there. And then I've got the Harry Potter franchise, all of them at the number 2 spot. If I had to pick my favorite of them all, I would probably say Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. But I would definitely say the whole franchise at that number 2 spot for me. So, all right, Lily, what do you got next? Go ahead and finish up your list there.
That's why I cheated too, and I included all the movies like in one franchise.
Yeah, I think you have to with some of these because some of these some of these, the franchise is just so good that it's hard to pick one movie.
Mm-hmm. So a little bit below my absolute favorites, I do actually have Big Fish.
Okay.
I love that movie too. And that one is just so cute. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it.
I've seen it. I haven't seen it in years, but I have seen it. And I remember that's the Tim Burton one with Ewan McGregor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ewan McGregor gave a really good performance in that movie. I just haven't seen it in so long, but I did like that movie.
Yeah, everybody did a really good job. And that's another one too that's just showing you like different kinds of things that the characters are going through. Like there's a lot of mention of like dealing with things that are happening in your life, and like it has like a father-son thing, and then it has like a big focus on love too, but then kind of like how all of the people that you meet in your life kind of help to shape your entire life. And I just love the entire story. Like it's such a beautiful story. And then one of my favorite parts ever, like this is me being a romantic, is when he basically buys out all of her favorite flowers and puts them outside of her house. And he shows up to like the girl, and she comes out and she's like, how did you know? Like, how did you get all these flowers for me? And how did you know they were my favorite? And he's like, well, I had to get my wife to marry me. And she's like, what? You don't even know me. And he's like, yeah, but I'll have my whole life to get to know you. Like that. Oh my gosh, that gets me like all the time. So yeah, you guys know I have a romantic side now.
Just a little bit.
Big gestures. Yes. So that's what I'm waiting for. A big gesture. So anyway, and then I would have to say I put A Knight's Tale in there as well.
Oh, wow. Good choice.
Love A Knight's Tale. Every single time I watch that movie, it makes me cry so much because of the message too, that even though you're born into something, you can always strive to be better and be what you always wanted to be. And I love that message throughout the whole thing, that his dad always tells him that he can change his stars, and he does. I absolutely love it. And the fact that like
you just made me want to go watch that again.
Yes,
oh
I love that movie so much. And you know what? This is
Tale?
A Knight's Tale. The one with Heath Ledger.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Heath Ledger, Paul Bettany's in it as Chaucer.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's because it's got such a great cast, and the way that you want to like make something modern, because they do with the songs, with the soundtrack in there, and they do like a little bit of like modern things in there, but I don't think it takes away from the movie at all. Like it makes it like really, really fun and whimsical, and I love it. And like, I miss Heath Ledger so much. He was such a great actor. And
I love how in the movie there are several characters that were from Chaucer's tales in the movie, and so I thought that was real cool. That was supposed to be kind of what influenced him to write those tales. So yeah. What's that?
Did Mel Gibson direct that movie?
No.
I don't know if I saw Knight's Tale or not.
Knight's Tale is awesome.
Gosh. Oh, it's such a good movie.
Yes, you have got to watch Knight's Tale. It's great.
Yes, it's so
Yeah.
good. So I had to put it like way at the top with all of my super favorites because
All right.
I can't get enough of that movie. But
What
then
else you
my ultimate favorites, of course, would have to be The Princess Bride. Who
All right.
doesn't love The Princess Bride? And
Yep.
then my ultimate fantasy movies that I cannot get enough of, that I will watch every single day if I could, all the Lord of the Rings movies, the extended
Yes,
editions.
the
of
extended
course.
editions. Yes.
So yeah, if I had to stop them after like 13 hours and restart them, I would.
Wow.
So yeah, those are my ultimate favorites.
All right. Josh, what do you got as your top?
My top Star Wars, baby. Come on. Science fiction, fantasy. I don't care. We have lightsabers. We have distant planets. That is my number one. I am Star Wars forever. Over Harry Potter, over Lord of the Rings. I just was watching part of the original trilogy. AMC had it on yesterday. And I watched, I was watching some of Return of the Jedi, and I was watching a little of the original one. I guess they had a marathon, and they went back and did episode 4 right after Return of the Jedi again. Yeah, to me, it's the greatest. I love it. That's my number one. I was going to pick my best friend's wedding, but I did. So I chose Star Wars. Is more fantasy than it is. Yes, thank you, Caveat. It is.
Yeah, no, I definitely, we agree with that caveat. Because to me, Star Wars is simply a fairy tale in space.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's got everything that you would expect from a fairy tale in it.
With that one.
You know, it's
What's that?
interesting. Or go ahead.
I don't think any of us disagree with that.
No.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I've said this word earlier tonight, and I've said it countless times before: space western. And I think that's what George Lucas originally entailed for, this, but it isn't. It's a fairy tale.
Yes, it's a fairy tale in space. Everything that you see in a fairy tale, you've got in Star Wars.
Correct.
It's all there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely consider that.
You have
there.
not watched, Beloved. Wow.
You know what, Beloved? You're not the only one out there who's never seen it. If you ever do get a chance, watch the original trilogy. That's definitely worth it.
Oh, good. Yeah.
For me, for my top choice, I actually have 2 film franchises there. I've got Star Wars there as well, but
Yes.
for me, it's going to be the original trilogy and the prequels. Beyond that, I'm not putting anything else there.
Rogue One.
But the Lord of the Rings, the extended editions, I think all 3 of those are perfect films. Those are absolutely amazing at how they're filmed, the amount of work that went into that, the risk that they took to put it together, and just how it all fits so perfectly. I think it's just awesome. The casting is great. The music is awesome. Everything about those movies, I think, is perfect. If I had to pick one of the 3 that's my favorite, it would probably be the Fellowship of the Ring, but I love all 3 of them right up there. So yeah, you can't go wrong with any of those. And I agree with you, Lily. It's got to be the extended editions.
Yeah. If I had to pick a favorite, I would probably pick the 2 Towers though. I think that's
okay. Yeah. You know what? I'll say this. I like the Battle of Helm's Deep more than I like the one there at Minas Tirith.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Was the 2 Towers? That was the second movie, right?
That was the second movie.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one. I thought that one was good. I remember seeing it with you, Bob. I mean, we saw all of them, but
yeah,
that one was good.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Like as I keep watching them, like I don't know, maybe it's me getting older. I appreciate the Fellowship of the Ring a whole lot more than I used to when I was younger, because now I'm like, oh my gosh, these are like the last happy moments that they're gonna have until all of this stuff like happens.
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I've started to appreciate those a whole lot more, because I just love like Frodo and Sam, because they just don't come back the same when they come back. So
Yeah, everybody's changed by this experience, and the arcs they go on are just amazing. And the music, the story, the special effects, the makeup, the acting, just everything in them just is perfect.
they really are. They really are. I don't think I would change anything in any of those movies. They were
Agreed.
perfect.
All right. So those are our lists for our top fantasy films. I hope everybody out there, if you haven't seen some of those, get out there and check some of those out, because I do think all of those are worth a watch. That being said, let's go ahead. Josh, it's time for you to have some fun at our expense.
All right, so it's time for another edition of Stump the Chumps. And boy, do I have a good one tonight. I just thought of it. I had to remember the person's name. I think I'm going to finally stump the chumps tonight. So in the 1970s, 1978, one of my favorite TV shows, The Incredible Hulk, was on TV. And as you know, Bill Bixby played David Banner, and Lou Ferrigno played the Hulk. That was not the first guy to play the Hulk. In fact, they filmed up the pilot episode with a different Hulk. Who was that character? What was the name of that actor that they filmed? And why did he not stay on?
Oh my gosh, immediately I have no idea, because I wasn't
Hardest one?
born yet.
I mean, you
Okay,
really
Josh, this is a good one. All right, hold on. All right. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea. So, Meister, I'm going with your answer, Richard Kyle, because I have no idea who it is.
Lily?
I know. I have no idea.
Well, first of all, Bob, it's Richard Kiel. And yes, Meister is right.
All right. Well, I'll admit, Josh, you got me. You got me, because I had no idea. So, Meister.
Okay, Meister, do you know why he was not selected? Why they actually brought in Lou Ferrigno instead?
Did he have scheduling conflicts of some kind?
No.
Was he allergic to the?
He was not muscular enough.
Oh,
Really?
To be the Hulk, and they ended up, they wanted someone more. In fact, this is another bit of trivia. They originally thought of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but they decided, I think it was, I don't know, it was something about him they weren't a fan of. And then with Lou Ferrigno, they thought he was perfect.
See, I almost said Arnold, but I knew that couldn't be the answer.
It was Richard Gill from James Bond. And if you go back and watch the pilot, the scene after he becomes the Hulk for the first time, and he's in in the forest, and he takes the tree and pushes it over for the little girl. That's Richard Kiel.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, but you've seen the pilot, right, Bob?
Yeah, I've seen the pilot.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Meister. Yeah, he was too short. Arnold was too short.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I did. So I guess I did stump. I got my. So Meister does trivia. Is that why he knows everything?
You know what? No, that's Caveat who does the trivia over on Critical List. But Josh, I gotta say that you got us. So for us here,
You bunch of losers!
I stumped.
but Josh, you with these questions, all I gotta say.
Boo! Boo!
Okay, what actress was that? Who was
I don't
that?
remember the name of the actress who plays the old lady, but yeah, Caveat, he does the
Okay,
the
but
trivia
Meister,
over there, so.
great. I mean, you knew it right away too.
All right. Well, good question this week, Josh. So you got us. All right. That being said, let's go ahead and let's move into our main topic for the night.
that's the longest intro ever. The whole movie.
Shut up, Josh.
Shut up, Bob.
All right. So for this week, again, our movie was The Princess Bride. We thought that would be a good one following Valentine's Day. And this movie is, how shall I say it? I think this is a perfect movie for all ages.
Yes.
I don't think it's necessarily a perfect movie, but it is definitely a perfect movie for all ages. This is a movie that it doesn't matter if you're an adult, if you're a child. You could put a bunch of kids in a room, turn this on, and they'll be entertained. You could have adults out on a date, and they're going to love this thing. Who was it? I don't know if it was you, Meister, who said that there was a group. No, it wasn't you. It was Normie. Had post over on Criticlist. He had said that he had a group of college guys, and they had the poster for the Princess Bride up in their dorm room. Wow. And I mean, that's how cool it is. A bunch of college guys had this up there. This is one that anybody can like. So I was really looking forward to talking about this one. Lily, let's get into your thoughts first. Just give us your general impressions of the movie. We'll get into Josh's mind and then any discussion we want to have.
Yeah, well, just looking at everybody's list, this movie is probably one of the, like Bob just finished saying, I think it's very rare to find somebody who hasn't A, seen this movie, or B, if they have seen it, will always tell you that it's a really, really good movie because it has everything in it. It has a little bit of comedy. It has some drama. It has a love story, but it also has a lot of fights, and it has everything in it. But I love it, obviously, because it's like a romance movie. And right from the beginning, they get you with like Buttercup and her farm boy, where he's secretly telling her that he loves her. Yes, oh my gosh, I think it's just so cute though that he's like, as you wish, until she like finally gets it that that's his way of telling her that he loves her, and I'm like, like it makes me die every single time. Sorry.
I didn't realize that was what's her name's first movie.
Robin Wright. Yes,
yeah,
Wright.
Introducing Robin Wright.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, but no, it's just so good. I just love following all the adventure with all the characters. Like they give you like, and then what I love the most is it was Fred Savage, right? Fred Savage's like little reactions to all the love stuff because he's like, ew, I don't want to see any of this. And then the grandpa
reactions are great because they keep interrupting the story as it's going, but not just for the kissing scenes. They're like the scene, for example, with the eels, where she jumps into the water, and all of a sudden the grandfather stops, and he's like, "She doesn't get eaten by the eel," and he's like, "What?" And then they show him, and he's gripping like the
No, but I love it because as you're watching it, you're having those same thoughts too. Like at the end where he's like, "Oh yeah, like Princess Buttercup marries Prince Humperdinck," and he's like, "No, this can't happen. What do you mean?"
He's like, "You're messing up the story. Now get it right.
You're messing up the story. Get it right." And I'm like, yes. Do you tell him?
You know, Lily, they're going to do a remake with Austin Butler. You know, watch it?
Oh my God!
It's funny that you said that because Lily messaged me earlier when she was watching it. Yeah. She showed a picture of Wesley and a picture of Austin Butler, and she's like, I got brainwashed early at an early age.
I did. I told him that I saw this movie in all of my transformative years, and when I saw Austin in the Shannara Chronicles, and he looks exactly like Carrie in this movie.
It's so funny. Bob and I mentioned a celebrity, and we say, "Oh, Heath Ledger, or Jack Nicholson, or whatever," and Lily's like, and Austin, like on a first name basis. She's like, and I saw Austin just the other day on the TV.
I know, so like she's on a first name basis with
yes,
you.
Yes,
she's like, and I just was I was laughing at Austin the whole time.
But yeah, no, that's funny that you mentioned that, Josh, because that's exactly the message that
That's funny.
I was like, oh my God, this is creepy. Like the very first 5 minutes of the movie, I was like, I think this is what happened.
Yeah, because he does kind of look like Austin Butler in the scene where she comes up to him, farm boy, and whatnot, and he's just staring at when he's
he
brushing the
does.
horse.
No way.
Bob, I will give you permission to show the pictures that I sent you.
Okay, let me pull it up.
Thank you. Uh-oh. Good Lord.
Because I was like, what the heck? I'm like, my brain was rewired at a young age, and I saw Austin and went, wait, I have seen this before.
So, okay, let me share my screen here, and so you can see.
As you wish.
Yeah.
I didn't like the rodent. The rodent.
Okay, so there you go. So there you got Austin Butler, right?
Okay.
Oh, the other one failed to load. Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh, Bobby screwed up.
Let me refresh. It's showing failed to load. Let me pull it up here. All right, I'll just pull it up here. There you go.
Maybe a little.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He kind of resembles him.
Tiny bit.
No, he really does though.
Yeah, he does.
He's got the same color hair, eyes, the lips.
Lily's like, and you agree with me right now, Josh, okay? Analyzing his features. You see that?
Dixie, I agree. That TV show was complete trash. The books were so good. I don't know what they were trying to do with that TV show, to be honest.
Oh, that is funny.
But
all
anyway,
right.
sorry.
No, you're
derailed
good.
We just derailed the
I know
whole
we got off on Austin Butler.
Well,
Okay.
Josh, I don't know why
know.
Josh had to bring it up. It's his fault.
I was thinking because you're on a first name basis with them. Oh, Austin, will you please do a Princess Bride?
All right. So what else? What other thoughts you got about the Princess Bride?
Well, no, I just love that we just get to follow the entire cast of the characters and kind of get to know everybody as you go along. And it's such a fun little adventure, everything that they're kind of going through. And I don't know, this is just such an easy, fun, and happy movie for you to kind of watch along the way. Like you said, it's good for everybody of all ages. And everybody who's seen it, I don't think there's one person who's ever told me that they didn't like this movie. So Dixie better not come out and be like, yeah, I hated it. So
No. Dixie actually liked it. I saw his review up on Critic List, so I know he liked it. All right, what do you think, Josh?
Oh, I love it. So this is the truth, okay? I didn't know if I would have time this week to watch. I've seen this movie so many times in my life. Okay, this is one of them. I've watched it with my daughter. I've watched it with my wife. I know it.
What that is Josh saying, I've seen it. Do I have to watch it again?
Exactly. So I was sitting there and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to turn it on. And I was hooked. I just was like, it is still fantastic. The part that I laughed that I forgot about, and it's when she says goodbye to the old man. I don't want to say exactly what she was saying, what she wanted to do, but I imagine him as a diminutive size. Yes, you're right. You're right, Dixie.
Dixie.
See, this is what happens. I talk and then Dixie comes in.
Oh, but you know what that's from, right, Josh?
From the movie.
Where she asks when they go into the fire swamp and she says, what about the ROUSs?
Yes.
And he says, rodents of unusual size?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the part where, she basically sees the old man and she gives him a kiss. She's like, I'll never see you again. And it's the serious part where she says what she's going to go do. And he looks at the way he's like, she gave me a kiss.
Well, it's because she says, well, I'm doing myself in the morning. He's like, won't that be nice?
Yeah.
He has no idea what she's talking about. He has no idea what she's talking about. It was great to see Andre and Manny Patinkin is so good. Oh my God. Just they had such great chemistry together. And then what's his inconceivable?
Massini, yeah. Massini's great.
Inconceivable. He reminds me of me, just like upset. And finally he's like, I switched it. And he just like, ha ha ha. Like,
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny about that scene is that he's sitting there trying to outsmart him, and he's like, only a great fool would reach for what he's given. I'm not a great fool, so I can't choose the wine in front of me. But you must have known that, so I can't choose the wine in front of you. And what's funny is that he's actually right.
Yeah.
Because they were both poisoned.
They were.
Yeah.
Just he developed an immunity to that poison. I still don't know how he did that. But
Well, just over time. Because think about it. He had become a pirate. So he was always going to be afraid that maybe somebody in his own crew would try to poison him.
Right.
So he wanted to make sure he was immune to that.
So two things. Why did he leave? I don't remember that. Why did he decide to leave?
To find his fortune, because he couldn't afford marriage.
Yeah, remember he was a farm boy.
Yes, farm boys. Awesome farm boy. No, because I had started it over. We had started it again and had watched some, and when I turned it on, it was the part where they were on the boat. So I had missed the farm boy part. But
yeah,
and then
what's funny about that scene, real quick, Josh, when they're talking about him going to find his fortune. So you've got the grandson like, is this a kissing book? You know, and the grandfather's wait. And so he starts reading again, and he's like, Wesley didn't have enough for marriage, so he was going to go and find his fortune. Buttercup was real broken up, and the grandson's like, I don't believe this.
Yeah, this little kid is so funny.
I remember looking and seeing the old school Cheetos bag in Fred Savage's room.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that? The old school. What's
funny is
that scene though, sorry, I have to interrupt you.
No,
that
you're good.
Scene
Bobby
is
interrupts me all the time.
That's probably one of the best love monologues that I have ever heard, when she's like, what if I never see you again? And he starts telling her oh no, this is true, and this doesn't come often, and blah blah blah, you're gonna see me again, and I don't know, it's one of my favorite things to hear forever and ever and ever. I just love this movie and how in love they are. Oh my God.
It's great because he gives this great speech, and then all of a sudden the grandpa's like, he never made it to his destination. The Dread Pirate Roberts attacked his ship and never takes prisoners, and the grandson's like, well, murdered by pirates is good.
Yes, but yeah, no, I love the romance throughout this whole thing, especially in the a little bit later, where he's mad at her because he's like, oh, so you decided to just marry the prince? Was it the next day or 2 weeks after you found out that he was dead?
Yeah.
But in that moment that she answers him, it turns into something super tragic, because she's like, no, I died that day. And I'm like, yes. Oh my God.
I think his whole speech in that particular scene that you're talking about, Lily, I think is great, because he says, oh, I remember this farm boy. Does it pain you to hear this? And then he starts going into the story by saying, oh, well, he died well, but he simply said, please, I need to live. And the music that's playing in the background just gives you this feeling during that scene. It's a great little monologue that he gives when he's telling the story about what happened to Wesley. And then, of course, she finds out that it is, in fact, Wesley.
Yes,
right.
And see, but it happens
in
the most brilliant way ever, though, because right after you have this really moving and super serious scene, she throws him off the edge of the thing, and he's like, as you wish, and she's like, oh no, that's Wesley.
She's like, oh my dear Austin.
Yeah.
I mean, Wesley.
So she throws herself after him, and I'm like, same.
Quick question.
I love it so
Quick question. Was the grandfather Wesley?
No. He was reading an actual book.
I always heard a rumor that they said that the grandfather was Wesley.
No. He was just reading the book. But I do like at the end where he repeats Wesley by saying, as you wish. When he asks him to come back and read it again.
Oh, it's the grandfather. It's the grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
The rodent still freaks me out, you guys. I don't know why we need that scene. And then how long are they in the sand trap for? And how can he see her in the sand trap? and it takes like 5 minutes to get out of the sand trap. And then, the one thing that I thought was hilarious was during that scene where the rodent, who we'll call Dixie, was attacking him. She's just standing there.
What you expect her to do?
Yeah.
With the rodent in the head.
I mean, well, remember, she's a princess.
Yeah, she's a princess, Josh.
Princess. Are you kidding? If Austin was getting hurt and Lily was here, Lily would be pounding that rodent. She'd be hitting it over the head with everything she could say. You don't touch Austin.
You know, I do like that after all of that scene with the rodent stuff, when they come out of the fire swamp and Humperdinck is waiting for them.
Yeah.
Where he's telling him to surrender, and Wesley's like, "Oh, you wish to surrender to me? Very well, I accept." But you see him like threatening him. He's like, "For the last time, surrender," and he's like, "Death first." And all of a sudden, Buttercup's like, "Do you promise not to hurt him?" And then both of them, what was that?
Yeah. Wesley's like, "Wait, I was about to like fight for you. What are you doing?"
Oh,
but then at the same time, like, I love that Buttercup is just so naive, though, that she's like, "Please, you're not gonna hurt him, right?" And he's like, "No, of course not." And then he's like, "As soon as we're out of here, make sure that you kill him." I'm like,
and of course, Wesley, because he's lived life now. I mean, as a pirate, you know, he's lived life. You know, when what's his name? Count Rugen turns around and says, "Oh, well, let's get you back to your ship." He's like, "We're men of action. Lies don't what was he said? Something about lies, that they don't honor us or something like that." And he's like, "Yeah, well spoken, sir." And he's like acknowledging, "Okay, I know you're lying to me."
Yeah,
here's some trivia. Did you guys notice at the end, you know, when Andre brings the horses? And first of all, this is a two-part thing. Number one, where he says, "Hello, lady," and Robin Wright Penn is so happy to see him. And like, she's just like smitten. It's so funny. And then she jumps down onto the horse and they're riding away. That's not Andre. It's a stunt double.
I believe that.
You can kind of see that he looks different.
There we go. Thank you, caveat. Lies don't become us. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hello, lady. Charlie said, hello, lady.
What else you got? What else you got, Josh?
Oh God, there's so much. I mean, it's just, we haven't even talked about Manny Patinkin's character. "My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die."
Oh, okay, that is such a good scene where they're fighting.
So his monologue, when he's telling the story of what happened to his father, that's another scene I think that is fantastic. So the scene where he's telling what happened to his father, and the scene where Wesley's telling what happened to him on the ship, when he's telling Buttercup, of course, as the pirate Roberts, you know, I love those two scenes. But yeah, when Inigo's telling his story, and the music's playing in the background, you know, I think it's one of those that gets you. How could you not feel it especially when he's like, "The six-fingered man came back and he slashed him through the heart," you know, and it's just like, oh man, yeah, you're getting into this story, and then when he gets to the end of that and he's like, "I will go up to the six-fingered man and say, 'Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya.
You killed my father.
Yes, I mean,
prepare to die."
And then you actually get to see him do that. And carry that through. So I think that's awesome because it's a setup and it's a payoff.
Yeah. I love when he's trying to break the door down and he's going back, and then Andre puts down Carrie Ells. I think he grabs him and just
But I love that scene though when he's about to fight Wesley and he's on the cliff and he's like, "Can you like, I don't know, maybe hurry it up a little bit?" He's like, "Could you like not distract me? This is harder than it looks." And he's like,
he goes,
"Well,
I don't mean to be rude.
Yeah,
this is a lot harder than it looks."
And he's like, "Well, I could throw you a rope." And he's like, "Yeah, but he's like, but you wouldn't trust me." He's like, "No, I wouldn't." Like, I love that whole thing. He's like, "Let's hurry the whole thing up." He's like, "I really," but I love how they get to know each other when he's letting Wesley kind of rest a little bit, and
Yeah.
then he tells him, he's like, yeah, you're kind of a cool guy, I would hate to kill you, and he's like, yeah, you're a cool guy too, I would hate to die. And then they have like their sword fight, and then I love how in the middle of that both of them are like, yeah, but I know something you don't, that I'm actually not left-handed. Both of them do that, and I'm like, what? Like, that's just so funny. I love
so
that
good.
scene. It's so good.
Oh, it's
And
so
what makes that funny is because what's his name? Inigo is like, he's telling Vicini, well, I'm gonna have to do him left-handed because I just won't get any pleasure out of this. You know?
And they both went with like the same tactic. I love that.
But you know, you talk about how they got to know each other. That he does the same thing with Andre the Giant
Yeah,
too
he
with
does.
Fezzik.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because like Fezzik's sitting there, he's like punching at him. He's like, "Why do you wear a mask? Were you burned by acid or something like that?" You know?
But what I love though is that
Oh,
they kind of
okay.
show you their characters so that you know that by the end they're going to be the good guys, because you see how Inigo fights him and he's got like his honor. He waits for him to rest a little bit, and then the same when he goes up with Andre the Giant, how he also is like, yeah, I could have just like taken you by surprise and killed you, but we're gonna do this the honorable way. And he's like, well, are we gonna lay down our weapons? Because you're still kind of at a like a big disadvantage for me.
And then when he's grabbing him, he's like,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Are you just fooling with me or what?"
Yeah, so I love those scenes, how they show you how they still have like honor even though they just finished kidnapping like Princess Buttercup, but how they're gonna be kind of like the good guys at the end, and you see kind of like the choices and that make the kind of men that they are versus like your true villains too. When you start getting to know like Prince Humperdinck and like the Six Finger guy, and how they're just like evil dudes.
Yeah, because they were good dudes. They just did it for money. They're like, I just need a job. That was the thing. They weren't down to kill Buttercup.
No.
Mhm. No.
But yeah, I thought they're great characters. And then when you see them all joining forces at the end, I mean, it's a great scene. And of course, you have the scene where Wesley, you know, he's lost all his strength and whatnot, and so they give him the miracle pill, which that miracle scene is another thing that's
That
hilarious.
scene is hilarious.
I mean, that scene with Billy Crystal and Carol Kane is great.
Oh,
Liar! Liar!
doesn't she?
I love that scene.
She's like, I'm through with you, and he's like, these have been the best years of your life, or
Yeah.
something.
He's
I
not
love
like,
it. He's like, get
Yeah.
back, witch.
yeah,
I'm not a
not
witch, I'm your wife.
I love that scene. They're so funny. He's like, liar. He's like calling him out on it because he's like, no. He didn't say true love. He said to blame.
Which means the bluff. You were probably playing cards and he cheated.
Yeah. He's like, what? Did he owe you money? That's why you want to bring him back? Like, what's going on?
Oh, I love it. Like right before that, where he says, I've only worked that little for a noble cause. And Inigo's like, oh, this is noble. His wife is dying. His children are on the verge of starvation. And he goes, yeah, I don't believe that. And he's like, all right, I need him to help avenge my father who was murdered 20 years ago. Your first story was better.
Yeah, that scene was good. And then when they're like taking him away too, and they're like, do you think this will work? Well, it would take a miracle.
And then when they give him the miracle pill, so like he's got no energy and they're sitting there on the wall. And you know, and he wiggles the finger and Andre's like, you just wiggled your finger. That's wonderful.
You just, yeah.
And he's like, oh, I've always been a quick healer. What else? Anything else, Josh?
No, I'm good.
All right.
We've all been talking, so go ahead.
I know. Let me just throw a couple quick thoughts out there. Like I said, I think this is a movie that's perfect for any age group. Anybody could like this. You could go on a date. You could have a good time with this one. And obviously, looking at us, we all have different experiences with this movie. And there's a little something in it for all of us. And we all like it for different reasons. And that's very much the case of what the grandfather tells the kid when he's like, well, is it any good, the book? And he's like, yeah, it's got fencing, fighting, giants, chases, true love, miracles, all the. I mean, it's got a little bit of everything. And yeah, when you watch it, it looks a little dated in certain parts, but that's
No.
part of the joy of it. No, dated like you could tell it's a lower budget film. It's not a big
Yeah, but it's still
blockbuster
good.
or anything like that. Yet, I think that adds to the charm of this movie. It is very well written, and the characters are just a lot of fun. This is one of those movies that you can just sit down and have a good time with
the family.
Yes, the entire family can sit down and watch this one. And I think, Lily, you pointed out how there's not many people that are going to say they didn't like this. And that actually brings me up to the Critic List scores. So let me pull that up here. If you look over on Critic List, right now, it's sitting with a 92% with 102 votes.
Wow.
So, I mean, this is definitely a solid ranking that you've got here. It's at a most excellent. Let's look at some of the scores here. The good looking guy was good. Gave it a 95%. Where's Napper's 19s?
I have not. I got to do it. I've been bad about this.
Yeah, I know you didn't do it.
I will give it a 97%. Most excellent.
All right. Dixie gave it a 94%. He puts the clip on there. When I was your age, television was called books, that the grandpa says. And I think that's a great line that the grandpa gives. Bob Rogers, a friend of the show, usually can't catch us live, but does watch the replay, gave it a 90%. Meister, 98%. So, yeah, this is really high. I'm looking through this 100%, 100%, 85%, 100%. I don't see anything lower than that. Here's somebody that gave it a rad 70%. That is inconceivable right there.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, pretty much everybody's giving this thing a most excellent.
Probably Blaine. Blaine probably.
No, it wasn't Blaine.
I don't think I've actually reviewed this one, but I think I would probably give it like 100%.
Yeah, this is one of those that it's hard not to give it that high of a score, because it is just such a fun movie from start to finish. It's excellent. Great music, great acting. The story's good. Again, the grandson and the grandpa constantly interrupting the story. It's a lot of fun. Or I should say, the grandson interrupting the story, and then the grandfather's like, "Okay, no more interruptions. Let's
no more what was the grandfather's name? That was
it's Peter Falk.
Yes.
So yeah, and he was great in that movie. So
yeah.
So,
I love how by the end of it, though, he like stops it when they're about to kiss, and he's like, "Oh, you don't want to know about this ending. It's just more kissing." Yeah, and he's like, "No, it's okay, it's okay."
He's like, "I don't mind so much." Yeah,
I'll be kissing Winnie soon on Wonder Years. I can understand now.
So Wonder, he would have already been on Wonder Years by the time this came out, I think.
No.
Well, hold on.
I think Wonder Years came out a year later, 88.
All right. I'm just curious.
Was I right?
Wonder Years, in 1988. So, yeah, he did. Yeah. So he did the Princess Bride first.
This probably actually helped push him to Wonder Years, maybe.
19 what?
88.
Yeah. Yeah, because, the Wonder Years came out in 88, and this came out in 87, right?
Yeah. Correct.
So Fred Savage was in this one first.
And there's a
thing, Bob. Go ahead. And I was going to say there are a lot of familiar faces through this movie.
It is. It's interesting because 87 it came out, and what happened with Andre in the wrestling world, he became a bad guy. Yep. And he was so good in this. So it was kind of interesting. But I think they filmed this in 86, probably.
Probably. And of course, this was the late Rob Reiner's film. Yeah. This was definitely one of his best movies.
Oh,
I thought he made some really good ones, and this one he was at the top of his game with this one. So a great movie. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out.
And I'm surprised there's still some people that have not seen it. I have some friends who haven't seen it, and I'm like, how do you not? Like, how is this not on your radar? What do you mean you haven't seen this movie? Like, it genuinely shocks me when people tell me they haven't seen this movie.
Yeah. It is a little shocking because it's been around so long and people seem to love it so much. But yeah, this is a good one and it's worth checking out.
But you know what I really like about it, though, that you're talking that it's not like a big budget movie or whatever, but that's what kind of adds to the charm. But
Yes.
even then, like all of their costumes look so good, though. Like that's what I was
Yes.
kind of paying attention to, that everybody's costumes, that everybody actually looks like they're living in the shoes that they're wearing and the clothes that they're wearing. And of course, I love all of Buttercup's like pretty little dresses, and then of course like Prince Humperdinck in his like royal garb and all that stuff. But they all look really, really good. So I don't know if maybe a lot of that budget went to making it look a little bit more legit in that aspect too.
Yeah, you can tell they definitely put the budget to good use.
Yeah, they really did.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, I think that's what kind of makes it better, though, is that it's a little bit like with the big rodents. like they look ridiculous, but that's what adds to what's fun about it.
Or the eels. The eels look ridiculous
the eels too.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff looks ridiculous, but you watch it and you're like, oh my God, this is so ridiculous, but I love every second of it.
But it works. It works in for two reasons. One, because like we said, it adds to the charm. But because he's reading a book to his grandson, it feels like it fits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it would be like something that the grandson's probably like imagining in his head.
Yes.
So it would be like his version of what this story is according to the grandson. So that's kind of, yeah, that would kind of make sense. But yeah, no, I love this movie. It's so good.
Absolutely.
And then the end too, where like Wesley still can't move or anything, and he's about to fight Prince Humperdinck, and he starts telling him like to the death, and he's like, no, to the pain, and he's like, I'm not familiar with that. What do you mean? He starts telling him like all this savage stuff, and I'm like, wow.
I love the part at the end there when she's got the knife and she's like, got it right here, and he turns, he's in the bed, and he's like, don't ruin them. And she goes, oh my Wesley, oh, why aren't you moving?
And what's funny is while that scene's happening, you have the scene with Inigo and the Six-Fingered Man happening at the same time. And that is such a satisfying payoff when he kills Count Rugen.
Oh, so good. So good. Great choice, Bobo. Great choice.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts on this one?
Great. One of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah, one of the greatest movies of all time. One of the greatest love stories of all time.
Yes. And it's
second only to My Best Friend's Wedding. Right,
I made a mistake. I'm going to copy. I made a mistake.
You're never going to live that down, Josh. Never.
No. Just like Blaine is never going to live down Jaws, you're not going to live that one down because you did it. I did it to be different.
Yes, I did.
Oh my God. Is Dixie rating us now every single show? What's going on?
Oh, wow.
Derek's not even
here to get a higher grade.
Wow.
Derek's not even here. He's got a higher grade than Josh.
Dixie's a jerk.
Dixie's awesome.
Oh, man. That's how you know he loves you, Josh.
I don't like Dixie.
Oh my gosh.
Well, let's go ahead and close it up because normally we do final thoughts at this point.
However,
Derek's not with us tonight.
No, let's do it.
Josh, shut up.
No, you shut up, Bobby. I'm going to do one.
Josh, shut up. All right, let's go ahead and close it up.
Lily loves Austin Butler.
Oh my God.
You're such a baby.
What did that have to do with anything?
I know exactly. All right, Lily, where can we find you on social media?
So of course on Twitter or X at 300 Mirrors. Currently, I'm talking a lot about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So if you're watching that, definitely go follow me for all of my thoughts there. It's mostly just me being depressed right now, but a lot of people are feeling the same way. So we're all kind of like there mourning together. But yeah, that's an amazing TV show. So definitely watch that. And that's where I'm mostly active right now. And then, of course, Mondays on Drunk 3PO's channel, the Monday Hangover. So yeah, whenever I have a little bit more time, I'll usually pop in there too. And we do kind of the same thing. We'll review like a movie of the week. So that's a lot of fun too.
Hey, question. Isn't the crew from the Monday Hangover going to be over on Critical Cast this week?
Shut up.
Talking Masters of the Universe?
Yeah, I think so. I believe so. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I wanted to put that out there because Blaine always is always so kind to push our stuff on his show. If you get an opportunity, check out Critical Cast this week. They are going to be talking Masters of the Universe, and the Monday Hangover crew is supposed to be there.
Yeah.
So, that
and
could be
then
a fun show.
definitely, if you're not signed up for Criticless, make sure that you sign up there too, because it's a lot of fun whenever we do this kind of stuff. It didn't even occur to me to review The Princess Bride because I think I already had. But if I had checked it, I probably would have reviewed it because this makes it a little bit more fun just to see what all of us are kind of thinking on the panel, and then just to see what other people that are watching it with us too. So we can kind of get into those scores also. But yeah, those so just Twitter, and then I'm on Criticless. So go follow me there.
All right, Josh, where are we going to find you at?
You can find me on Criticless, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and on here on Bob Loves Movies as well, and eventually on I'm moving very slowly with that project. Hopefully we will get to it soon, and that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
And of course, you can find me here on this channel. Was it good at Bob Loves Movies? You can find us on the Dad's Turn to Talk channel. Sometimes I'm on Mondays over on the MSK show, but I know his schedule's kind of changed around, so I haven't been on as often. Also on Fridays over on Lapsed Comics channel on the last panel. This coming week should be a lot of fun, as one of the panelists is taking the position that you could replace Tom Cruise with any actor in the movies and it would just be just as good. And so he's going to be on trial for that one. So it should be fun this coming week on that channel. Also, you can find me on X and on Criticless as well. As always, we want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Lily, thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you, Lily. We love you.
That void
Thank you,
that left by
guys.
Derek. But we always do appreciate having you on. It's always a blast when you're on, and you always class this place up, and we thank you.
Oh, well, I'm always happy to be here. It's always such a fun time. So I'll probably be here in like 2 weeks again. Just kidding.
Yeah, well, I know that's the thing. We know we're going to have you on for Project Hail Mary, but who knows? You might be on before then, because a lot of times we'll just message you, hey, you want to come on? And
Yeah.
you're like,
He's like, I love you guys. I'm coming on. I have my Austin Butler poster right
Oh
here.
my God.
Let's go.
But yeah, but it's always a pleasure to have you on, Josh. Always have fun talking with you. It's
It's
even
always
though we
fun
talk all the
being
time.
here.
It's always a blast hanging out with you, man.
It's always so much fun with everybody that's in the chats too. Like,
Absolutely, everybody in the
Everybody
chat,
makes it so much
Caveat,
fun.
Dixie, Meister, Beloved, everybody. If I know I'm missing some others, but we thank you for joining us tonight. As always,
I full on expect Dixie to give us a grade every single time now.
yeah, absolutely, Dixie, give us a grade. That's good. And next week we're probably going to be doing 50 first dates. We had kind of talked about that last week. Again, to kind of close out kind of post Valentine's. We're going to also be doing an Adam Sandler tier ranking with that. So I need to get that set up. So that should be a lot of fun. But as always, again, everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. We look forward to seeing you next week, and we hope you all have a safe week as well.
Bye.
Good night.